Hey guys.
Yeah,
Wait, what's it? What's the podcast name?
the rule book.
Welcome to the rule book.
Okay, that's fire.
I like
Cause
that.
I wanted to be like not following the rules at all. As like it says rule book, but we don't follow the rules at all. It's just like a free flowing conversation,
Okay,
and
like the rule book, but no rules to the podcast.
yeah, nobody's following the rules.
Okay, I
Yeah,
like that.
yeah, just free flowing and just cause bro, conversations nowadays are hard to like grasp because people don't know how to keep up with conversation or
So real.
stuff like that.
Like
And
someone will be like, "How was your day? Good. How was yours? Good.
right, bro.
Bye."
Like, come on, what did you eat for breakfast? Or like, let's spice it up a little bit. You feel what I'm saying? Not just the regular road stuff.
What did you eat for breakfast?
Um, I just ate. I
Okay.
had water, um, then water again, and then a bagel.
Wait.
No, you're good.
Intermission.
No, you're good.
I gotta go get one of my brand deals. This
No,
is
you're
perfect for it.
nah, I feel you get that back. Nah, that's W bag getter. That's fire. See this. I need to be around people like this, bro. Get in the bag, bro. Get in the bag. Oh man, but y'all see the
Actually, I
fit.
grabbed both of them.
Hey, yo, yo, she really trying to flex. Oh, both of them.
Okay, guys.
Oh snap.
Keeping hydrated with my Stanley Thirst Quencher. Moxar.
It's fire. Oh my
There we go.
goodness. I'm honored. No, that's fire. That's fire. Hold
Okay,
on.
sorry.
No, yeah, I just had a bagel and provolone cheese.
Provolone cheese.
Yeah. So
Why
two.
not Swiss?
My grandfather likes provolone
Provolone.
cheese, and he was just like, "Yo, provolone cheese," and I was like, "I got you." So
Okay.
then, boom, I secured the bag for him, and then I just stole one. You know what I'm saying? Got to get the Justin tax.
Yes.
Feel me? So
Yes.
yeah, I don't really be
Definitely not following the rule book.
definitely. I just be I don't know. I just be trying to drink more water and just not or just watch what I put in my body. So
It's real.
yeah, I'm being a very picky eater. What did you have?
So I actually just ate too. I had a buttload of things actually. I was starving because I didn't eat dinner last night. I had a pancake, and I had a ton of blackberries, blueberries, and strawberries.
Mm.
And then I had some eggs and some tater tots and a half a French toast.
Okay.
And what else did I eat? Oh, they had like chicken, but it wasn't good. So I didn't eat it. I had like a few bites and water, of
Understandable.
course.
Okay. So, do you know how to cook?
I do. I do.
What's your favorite meal?
I feel like my favorite meal is ever changing. Like, I don't have a favorite meal, but I have favorite sets of things. Like, I love Caesar salad. I
Okay.
love French fries. Like, Caesar salad French fries combo to me is like top tier. Um, but I love salmon. Like I think probably one of my favorite meals to make is like a salmon poke bowl. So, but I do it with like cooked salmon. So I'll do like
Ooh.
rice, salmon, cilantro, onions, mango. I mean not onions, cucumbers, mango, and then I'll either do like a spicy sriracha mayo or like some type of like
Have you ever
sauce.
had kava?
I did for the first time like 2 days ago
Is it?
actually.
What's your thoughts?
Okay, so I went and I was very overwhelmed because there were so many sauces and I didn't know what to get. So my friend, shout out Zin, um, they were like, just follow my order. But he had gone, and then our other friend had gone, and then it was my turn. And by the time it was my turn, they were over at the drink station getting their drinks, and I was like, guys, what do I do? Um, so I did like tzatziki, eggplant, white rice, the two chickens, and then I think I did like cabbage, cucumbers, and maybe like something else. And then I think I did like balsamic dressing. It was like very out of the random, but it was very good. I did
Yeah,
enjoy it. It was
that
very
does sound
flavorful.
good.
Yeah.
Did you get the scoops? I forgot whatever they be having, but it's guac. I think feta and like some
Oh,
other
I
stuff.
did feta. Yeah,
Okay.
I did feta. I
Now,
like feta cheese. I used to actually hate feta cheese growing up. My
what?
mom used to every morning, like, oh, it was. My mom used to make egg whites with spinach and feta, and I hated when she used to put feta in like the eggs. Like I just didn't like it. And it's ironic because my best friend since preschool is Greek. So as I started getting older, then I acclimated the taste for feta. But when
Oh,
I was
okay.
younger, I used to hate
Nah, that sounds fire.
it.
Like, bro, I barely eat breakfast, but if mom's whipping up some eggs with feta, spinach, bro, like
Yeah,
I'm getting that. I've only
yeah.
had that probably once in my life, and
Really?
that's when I cooked it for myself, and that was me trying something new. But no, that's fire.
Can you cook or no?
That's no, I'm not
See,
no.
but me personally, I don't proclaim myself to really be a chef. I proclaim myself to be a baker. Like I can bake.
Okay,
I stress bake a lot.
could I hold you to that?
Yes. Next time I bake cookies, I'll text you.
Let's go.
I am a baker. Like that is something that I will hoe down in the kitchen with some flour and some sugar and bake some homemade baked goods.
Do you get a thrill out of baking? Baking?
I don't really get a thrill. I get more of a relaxation. I
Oh,
feel
okay.
like baking is something that sometimes it's so precise that it's something that you can control. So when my life is a mess and like I'm really stressed about school, I'm really stressed about exams, and I feel like I don't have control over anything, baking is something that I do because I feel like I can have control over what I'm making. I have control over the ingredients. I know like what my recipes are. I've been baking since maybe like seventh grade, and that's like when like things started getting like really rocky just in my life, and I just started baking, and I started like coming home after school, and I would just bake all evening, all afternoon, and I would make multiple batches until I found like the perfect recipe for a chocolate chip cookie, in my opinion.
Dang. Okay.
Yeah,
How did
and
you? Wait,
yeah,
go ahead.
like now like my friends, my best friends at home actually, also shout out Maggie. um I have this one recipe. It's like everything but the kitchen sink cookies, and her mom, like when I would bring them to her house, I remember like they used to fight literally over the cookies. Like they would be gone in like an instant.
They have pressure.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
well I don't know, they love them. I'm like, I
What?
don't know.
Well, that takes a lot of patience, like to constantly one try things over and over again to learn the right recipe,
Yeah,
and then to even just constantly do it. And how do you have the patience to bake? Because I be rushing with things. I don't.
really.
That's really why I think I can't cook because I have no patience, or I'll be putting it on the highest thing and then it
Oh
burns, or I
no.
just be like, "Yo, this taking mad long."
But
So,
like, I mean, I don't know. I think my dad, he used to bake a lot too, but he would always make the same cake, and everyone loved this cake that he used to bake. But he always used to tell me like, if Makayla, if you cook as you clean, then there will never be any dirty dishes at the end. So like when the cookies are like in the oven and stuff like that, then I'll like clean up. So for me it's like all one routine instead of
mm,
waiting for the cookies to get out of the oven and then start to clean, and then it like prolongs the process. So I feel like that's what I do like while they're baking, but I don't know. I don't really mind it, and I feel like the more proficient you get at it, the faster it goes.
yeah,
So
I feel like the first time you do something is always going to be the hardest, and then after that, it's just easier and easier and easier.
yeah, that's real. Perseverance, kind of.
What were your early fashion days like?
Ooh, ooh. Okay, I it took me a long time to find my style.
Okay.
So let's see, like middle school. I was a dancer, but I used to like sixth grade. Sixth grade, I kind of just wore like sweaters, leggings, just nothing,
I'm already
nothing.
knowing.
Yeah, I didn't really have any sense of style back then. Adidas Superstars were really big, so I hopped on the trend with those.
Okay.
And then like seventh grade, I literally wore pajamas to school almost every single day. I was not trying. I would show up to school in sweatpants and sweatshirts and just call it a day. And then eighth grade, I tried to have a different outfit for every single day that I went to school. So
Mm,
no outfit repeaters. Granted, I did switch schools in the middle of eighth grade, so I used to go to public school. Then I switched back to private school.
okay.
But those days, I remember specifically, I was wearing leggings and vintage Champion hoodies, and that's really when I got into like old kind of like Champion clothes. My mom was like stacked with them. I mean, if I
Mm,
were to sell my mom's like vintage clothes of like hoodies, sweatshirts. I think I would literally like have like thousands of dollars by now. My mom was actually
Mm.
accepted into like Harvard, like back when she was applying to high school, to college, like way back in the day, like in like the 1900s,
Uh,
and she has like her Harvard acceptance hoodie still,
ooh.
and like we have it at the crib, and it's the coolest hoodie, coolest detailing, like embroidery, everything. I could make a bang for my buck one day, but
Dang.
I would never actually sell it. It's like a personal collector's
Of
piece. But
course.
then I went to private school.
Okay.
So for all of high school, I was forced to wear a uniform. Yeah. So I didn't really have a sense of style because 5 days a week I was in a uniform. On the weekends, I would typically like just be doing whatever my parents had us doing. Either I would be doing basketball with my dad, going to my sister's swim meets, like whatever we really had going on that weekend. And I would always dress like a bum because I was like, I like I always just had a messy bun in my hair. I didn't take care of my hair. It took like me like a while to really start, caring about my appearance per se. Because I'd be like, oh, we're like no one's gonna see me. It doesn't matter. Like that was
Yeah.
my whole. I'm not here to impress anyone. That was my whole thing. My parents always used to be like, Makayla, when you walk out of this house, you represent us. You represent our family. Like that was
Tight.
yeah. So um, then that's like that. I would say maybe like quarantine is when I really started getting into fashion
Okay.
because it's just something that like I could explore, and I had that like skater style for a while, like
Okay.
skirts. I had like literally maybe 15 pairs of Vans.
Man.
Yeah, we went to California once on a family vacation, and they had a Vans outlet, and they had like a sale, and
Oh
we
yeah.
just like
You
went
was set.
crazy. We shipped all the shoes back to New York. Like it was, yeah, I
Dang.
was set. And then I started getting a little bit into streetwear fashion, but I really didn't have the pieces.
Mm.
Um, and one of my old friends, she was into it as well. So like we would kind of bounce ideas off of each other. And then once I like started making my own money and like having my own job, that's when I really started like pouring into my fashion. Sorry, this is really long
No, no,
winded.
no.
Feel free to like cut this
Nah, I
out. Like
got you. You're good.
but yeah, I feel like that's when I really started pouring into my fashion, going thrifting, going to Goodwill, just like when I wanted, um, buying stuff. I was really into Odd Future for like a long time.
Okay.
Like the pants, the shirts. I had like a ton of like Odd Future graphic
Like
tees,
around the
like
time you started getting money or back then?
no, like back then, like around like 2020, like 2021
Oh,
time
okay.
frame, like but I literally had a Christmas list full of like fashion pieces like from them. Like
Did you ever get
I
all of?
did.
Oh,
I
okay.
did. My mom, she definitely came through. I don't even remember where. I think she maybe have gotten them from like one of the stores like um what's that one store called? It's not Hot Topic. Is it Hot Topic? There's another store, but
Journeys.
yeah, maybe it was Journeys. It was either
I
like
think
Journeys,
so.
Hot Topic. It was like one of those type of stores that like sell
Yeah.
that stuff, and I had to go in and take specific photos of the tags so she would know what sizes and
Nah,
like
yeah, it'd be like that
yeah.
because they'll come back with some diabolical
Yeah.
stuff if you don't specifically tell
Yeah,
them and show them.
exactly. Yeah. So that was like early fashion days. Then like end of high school, college, I really just started popping off. I was like, I'm free from the shackles
Yeah.
of a uniform.
Yeah.
So now it's time to actually like look good, start to present myself, build
Okay.
my brand.
Type.
And yeah, I just started it, and then I didn't really like get into posting until this year, so like very recently.
Okay.
Yeah, I didn't post like when I started posting on TikTok, it was always goofy stuff. I All my Instagram photos were literally just like vacation photos. It was nothing serious. And then my really close friends, like they are the ones who really inspired me to start posting because they told me like Makayla post, and they were doing it, and yeah, it
Okay.
just happened.
So you've been on a pretty long journey, but you're still young in your
Yeah,
journey at the same time.
exactly.
It's like all of that stuff has like prepared you and molded you for right now.
Yeah.
Cause a lot of people like would have already been posting this stuff and
Yeah.
just like had bad fits, cringe fits that they look back and like, oh my goodness. But I don't know. for me, it was just I don't know, man. My journey just was always there. I think
Really?
of
Like
like
from like a young age, you were just like,
yeah, and I think I already knew my purpose like fourth grade.
really?
Yeah, and it was just like I already knew what I was gonna do. I just didn't know how to get there. So I did everything and everything to try to get there. And I made a lot of mistakes and a lot of cringy memories. But
Like describe your fits, like fourth grade. What were you pulling up to school in?
bucket hats, shorts, mismatched socks, Converses, um, probably like a white graphic shirt with like a hot dog, a bear, or like something with drip, or just something like out of this world with long, super SpongeBob, Superman socks. You feel what I'm saying? Like I was really stepping.
I feel like,
But at the same time, I had uniform in school, so it wasn't really. It was only out of school. But then in middle school, that's when we had no uniform, and
mm,
then I won best dressed in sixth grade. You feel what I'm saying?
there
Like
you
I was
go.
really stepping in sixth grade. Like nobody could really touch me.
Like,
Um,
okay, now describe your sixth grade outfits. Like, what are you wearing to win best dressed in like the
the
entire?
Converses, like it was the same style, just like a lot better. Cause well, in fourth and fifth grade, it actually wasn't the Converse era. It was the uniform era, but I wore the Converses out of school, so nobody really seen me. But
Mm-hmm.
I was developing it on the weekends a little
Okay,
bit,
okay.
and then high school, middle school, I stepped out in it
Mm-hmm.
and like really showed everybody, and then it was like, okay, he's awkward, but he's fly. You know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah.
and then that was the whole sixth grade, and then seventh and eighth grade, I like my world fell apart. I wore black every day, um,
Oh.
sweatpants. Yeah, I was like, yo, because I was like, then after winning that, I kind of went through like I want to be seen,
Mm-hmm.
but like I couldn't hold it up. So
Mm-hmm.
like I was just like, yeah, forget all of this, and then I just gave up on fashion, and then just yeah, I was like, man, I don't got it no more. Like I lost all my juice.
No.
Um, and then high school, it was freshman year, got cut short, quarantine, and then ever since then, like all that time by myself, I was just really like in my bag, like creating fits. That's when the motivation and all of that, because I wasn't influenced by everybody else or getting distracted and stuff like that. So that's when all the motivation came back. And then when we got out of quarantine, just executed. And that's just really what I've been trying to do. I'm just trying to
Yeah.
hold myself to it. For real, for real.
I feel that. I feel like
Yeah.
quarantine was definitely like a, I don't even know how to describe it. Did
Quarantine.
you see anyone during quarantine? Like how did your family operate with quarantine? Like what was like
Oh
your
man,
constraints?
this may sound like super bad, but
No, go for it.
yo, I didn't talk to nobody. I didn't see nobody. Like I had the same routine every single day. I would wake up
Mm-hmm.
at like 7 p.m. Waking up 7 p.m., eating snacks, um, sugar, just in my room watching YouTube videos, hop on the game, record a video until probably sometime late, fall asleep, wake up at 7 p.m. all day. Like I did not leave the crib. I did not do nothing, bro. Like that's all I did. And then it got to a point where I started, you know what I'm saying, growing a little bit. And then I would just play the game, stream, and that's it. Like if we not on the game, I'm not talking to you. Like I wasn't on my phone. Like, bro, I was a nobody. I was just posting content in my room. Like I barely see my mom, dad, sis. Like, bro, I
Oh
was
my
locked
god.
in my room. Every time I came out the room, it was like, he's alive. Like I was shut off. That's why low key quarantine was the best time of my life, bro. Like I was just shut off, bro. Like I was really able to find myself and develop and like
Yeah.
truly find who I was for real, for real.
Mm-hmm.
And like kind of mold me into who I am now. Cause like I still be moving like I'm in quarantine, but I'm just a lot more social because
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't really be playing the game no more. So I just be out doing fashion stuff and then I meet fashion people.
Yeah,
So yeah, I'll just be chilling.
really.
Yeah.
I feel like quarantine was the opposite for me.
What's your story?
Okay, so kind of sad sob story,
Oh man.
but like not gonna get into the details because
Mhm.
like we're cool, not like depressed. But like my parents were really sick, so right
Mhm.
before quarantine, I used to joke about COVID. So my
Oh.
mom, before COVID was a thing, I promise, please don't cancel me. My mom was diagnosed with cancer in January of 2020. So
Okay.
like right before Corona had hit, and she was in the hospital, and I remember like I would be in the hospital and I didn't want to tell anyone my mom had cancer because I hate people feeling sorry for me.
Mhm.
I used to hate it. I didn't want anyone to know. um for like a long time, I would just go to school every day like depressed and crying, and everyone would be like, what the hell is wrong with Makayla? But I didn't want to say anything for like the first like 2 weeks, 3 weeks. So when I would be on FaceTime with my friends at nighttime, and they obviously see me in the hospital because I'd spend the nights in the hospital with my mom. They'd be like, Makayla, where are you? I'd be like, oh, I have COVID. Like, I'm in quarantine at the hospital.
Wow.
Not knowing that literally a month and a half later it would get so serious and my entire life would shut
So
down.
you manifested COVID on everybody in the world.
Unfortunately.
Wow. So we have you to blame for manifesting this
Unfortunately.
COVID.
I'm sorry, everyone.
Wow.
But then, yeah, I was a really social butterfly. Like in middle school, the beginning of high school, everyone was always at my house. I always had people over on the weekends. I was always hanging out with like my old middle school
Is
friends.
this New York?
Yeah,
Right?
this is in
Okay.
New York. So I was always hanging out with them. And then COVID had hit. And when we had to quarantine, it shocked my world because I was so used to being with people, being surrounded by people. And one of my neighbors, who was also my best friend, um, she was like the one person I was like, I can't go without seeing you every day. Like, I don't know how I'm going to do it. So we would go on COVID walks during the day. Every day we'd be like, she'd be on one side of the road, I'd be on the other side of the road, and we'd just walk and talk for hours. Like,
Mhm.
go like 5, 6 miles, just circles around our neighborhood so we could be with each other because I was like going stir crazy. But then when it started getting really bad, because both of my parents were very sick, like my mom with cancer, my dad with heart failure, it was like, okay, now they were serious. I couldn't go anywhere. I couldn't see anyone. I couldn't do anything. Um, so I would just like literally like be in my room. And I had like a sleeping in the bathtub phase.
That's
Yeah.
awkward, but
Yeah, it was very like it was kind of similar to your like wake up 7 p.m. I would like close the light, like close my door in my bathroom, like put blankets and pillows in the bathtub and then like watch Netflix and eat a bunch of snacks and just like chill in the bathtub and
okay.
fall asleep there. It was really weird. I don't even know
You know,
why I started doing it, but
I
I did
don't
it
know,
and I
but
slept there for like a long time. But it was also because like my room was a mess.
okay. Yeah.
My room was
Yeah.
a mess. I remember there was one point I could not, I had so many clothes all over the place on my bed, on my floor. Like it was a mess.
Yeah.
So I just started sleeping in the bathtub
Yo,
to
that
avoid cleaning
is
my room.
that being the reason you can't sleep in your room is crazy. That's crazy
And
work.
I'm telling you, like, I'm not, I promise, like, I am the farthest person from like a dirty person.
Okay.
I just have excessively, I have way too many clothes. I mean, I have a closet, like, we're in my apartment right now in North Carolina. My closet here is full. Under my bed is full of
You got
clothes.
drip?
Like, my dressers are full of clothes. And then if you go back to my home in New York, all of my dressers, both sides of my closet, everything is full of clothes.
Yo.
So it's really bad.
No, that is fun. What are you
Like,
talking? That is fun.
it's,
You could just dress and get
yeah,
dressed all day.
yeah.
That could turn you into a stylist on yourself.
Well, the crazy thing is like that's like
Your goal.
career, like my goal actually is to become a
You can
doctor.
style me, please.
I would
Like,
love to.
bro, like,
So I wish he was here right now so everyone could meet him, but I have a very close friend on the football team. And he let me at the end of the year last year, he gave me a budget of like I think it was like $1,200. And I got to pick out a whole new wardrobe for him. So I had $1,200 to style him whatever way I wanted. I had full free reign. So I would go thrifting all the time, and I have his sizes in my phone. Like I literally have them memorized in my head
Committed.
now.
Okay.
And I would just put together outfits. And like he gave me full free reign. Like it wasn't like, oh, like, do you like this? Do you like that? Like he would just let me shop. And like I feel like I really curated some like amazing outfits for him. I went to Second Street in Charlotte and like ran it
Oh,
up.
okay.
Like it
Oh
was
yeah.
it
You
was
know what you're
fire.
doing.
Yes.
You in the right spots.
Yeah. So I went to like Second Street in Charlotte. I had a few so grimy trips. One of my favorite thrift stores ever is the Reshop in Soho in New York City.
Hmm.
So when I was like back in New York, I would like go thrifting there. I went thrifting at Second Street in Soho there. I wanted to hit up the
Ooh,
NoHo one too. Like I was all over the place. Goodwill, just like finding like cool pieces
dude,
for him.
nah,
Yeah.
you set him up because you're
Yeah.
getting from Winston, Charlotte, New
And New
York.
York, yeah.
Yo, some of them pieces like nobody else has, bro.
Exactly. There was this one jacket and it was I wish I had a photo of it, but it was this one jacket and it was like a thicker material, but like a Parisian like straight style jacket with like
Mm-hmm.
a nice design on it. And then I found it at Second Street, and then I found this like solid Ohm shirt, you know, like that European brand.
Yeah.
Um, and everything, like the way everything just paired together,
Oh
it
my
looked so nice.
goodness.
And then there was this one thrift store in Charlotte that I went to, and it is so hard to find his pant size because he's 6'8"
I'm already knowing.
and like super
Yeah.
tall. So I think his like pant size was like literally like it's like a 40 something. So like trying to find pants for like a super tall man
Yeah.
that fits his length was like so hard. But I had went to this one thrift store in Charlotte and ran it up. Like I found so much good stuff. It was
Yo.
amazing.
Nah, that's fire. That's
Yeah,
like doing that. Could you do that all day?
I could.
I
I
could,
totally
bro.
could.
I'm in the same boat. Like that's like I went through a phase where it was just thrifting every single day, 5+ hours. Like I don't know. I have these phases where I can sit in one spot for hours and not get irritated, annoyed, and just like really be focused and committed.
Really?
And like I wish I could do that in everything I do because I
Mm-hmm.
would just flourish in everything. But
Mm-hmm.
like with things like that, it's just peaceful. Like being at the thrift all day is just chilling,
Mm-hmm.
peaceful. Sitting in my room playing the game all day, peaceful.
Yeah.
Like I wish I could do that with everything.
See me, I have crazy ADHD some days. Like I
Mm,
have it, but like some days it's definitely way more than others. But I think it's like different things that I do that like affect it more.
definitely.
So if I were to sit, like I can sit. I'm like not really good at playing the game. I got a game in like middle school. I got like an Xbox, and unfortunately, my mom spent all that money on it, and I think I maybe played it less than 20
Yeah,
times.
yeah.
Um, yeah, like I tried to be a Fortnite girl. I couldn't. I wasn't really
Yeah,
there, you
yeah.
know.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but I I did love the Wii though growing up.
Okay.
Like the Wii, I
Fire.
if anyone has a Wii, like please invite me over so I can play
Dude,
it because
bowling,
Wii Sports Resort.
tennis,
Do you remember
bro.
Wii Sports
Fire
Resort?
all day. I was in there whipping too. Like, bro, I
Yes,
had the whole
I
set.
had. Me too. I
Bro,
had yes,
you had a
and
set.
I literally had the tennis rackets that connected. I had
Oh, you had
everything. I
everything.
had everything. I had the tennis rackets. I had the car from Mario Kart.
Yo,
I had I had the tennis rackets. I had the car. I had something else. Oh, like remember like the sword fighting? We had like the batting swords.
they had that?
Yes,
Oh, you just unlocked something. Oh,
yes.
snap. I
They
didn't even
had
know they
like the
had that.
batting swords that so you would like put the controller in it and then it was like just like literally like a long stick and it
Oh,
was
that's
made of
fire.
foam. And yeah,
Where were you at when I was a kid, bro? Like,
in New
I
York.
need it, bro. Nah, see, that's really what it is, bro. Because New York, New Jersey is really like that's why our people need to connect, bro. And everybody
Yes.
moving down here, so it's just like
I
it
do
needs
love
to
the South
happen.
though. Way
No,
more than
it's horrible here.
what?
Yeah,
See,
it's
I'm the
completely
opposite. I
horrible.
love it.
I hate it.
Really.
Yeah. Okay, I want to ask you a question that I wrote down.
Oh, he's following the rules, guys. Look at him. Rule book.
Okay, this because I want to ask like a question because
Mm-hmm.
like these are questions I ask myself, but I want like a different person's perspective and just like their input
Okay.
on um on this. Hold on, that's not the question. Dang it. I'm fumbling.
No, you're good.
Okay. What is. Oh, I actually want to ask two questions. Okay.
Okay, ask. Go ahead.
What changed you this year?
What changed me? Ooh.
Yeah.
Oh, this is kind of sappy. Okay.
Oh, gosh.
What changed me this year was
Yes.
probably heartbreak.
Ooh, okay. Talk to me.
It was like the worst experience for like a minute, but then it turned out to be the best thing for me.
Okay.
So like March time frame, whatever. Don't want to get into like the nitty gritty
No, yeah, you're
details, but like
good.
March time frame or whatever, like I find out whatever's been going on with this guy, heart gets broken, and my whole world feels like it is just like turning upside down. It's like everything, like I'm like rethinking everything, like questioning myself, whatever. And I was like, the question that I kept asking myself was like, why? Like
Mm-hmm.
why? Like searching for answers that obviously I'm not supposed to have. I was never meant to have. Um, and I was just
Mm-hmm.
depressed, really, really, really sad. Like gained a ton of weight, like became a mute. Like not a mute actually, but like I just didn't want to talk to people really. My energy was just always down. I was always sleeping. Like it was just bad. And then this summer, I kicked myself back into gear. Like I
Okay.
had the month of March, I had the month of April, I had the month of May to like be down in the dumps. And then like towards the end of May, I went home to New York for a few weeks, and then I came back to North Carolina for the whole summer almost. And I was doing research. I had an internship, was taking classes, and it was the time when I had to fall in love with North Carolina for North Carolina and not North Carolina with my friends here, because all of my friends were back at home.
Mm-hmm.
So that also meant that because I didn't really have friends here to like socially interact with, whatnot, I had to fall back in love with myself.
Okay.
So everything I did every day, your kind of like quarantine routine became my routine this summer. And it was the best thing that could have happened to me. I would wake up, I would go to class. After class, I would go to work. After work, I would go back, change, go to the gym for like 2 hours.
Mm.
Literally, like almost every single day. Like I was just like working out. I literally lost like 15 pounds this summer. It was like
Mm.
from just like constantly
That's really good.
being in the gym. And then it was like every day was Groundhog's Day. And like I'm a healthy eater. I try and be a healthy eater. Like again, very conscious about what I'm putting in my body.
Mm.
A lot of that also stemmed from like my mom having cancer and us having to like
Yeah.
completely rechange how we eat. Everything has to be like all organic, whatever. So I would go to Trader Joe's and Whole Foods and I would make my own food every single day.
Ooh.
So I would like every day I would make my own meals, and I was eating like a ton of like salads and just like healthy food that I like felt good about myself.
Mm-hmm.
And I just kept doing that like every day all summer. And then I would go back home to New York maybe like every month and a half for maybe like a week or so. So I went back in July from like the 4th to like the 13th. Or I was home for like a while in July. Then I came back to North Carolina. Then I went to Aruba for my birthday. Then I went home. Then I came back again. But I was like back and forth, but just keeping a routine that was good for me and healthy for me, and like changing my mindset, because I realized like once you stop asking yourself why, then and once you like let go of things that are out of your control, then your happiness will start to flow back. Because if I'm constantly stuck about like worrying what happened in the past, worrying about like why this situation was the way it was, then I'm never going to be able to like focus on like the present moments and like find pockets of peace and pockets of happiness that are like going on in the present, but also like looking forward to the future. You know what I mean? Like I just feel like I can't stress myself on a person who wasn't meant for me. And like that's not, like I had to find me before, and I need to find me before I can like be with anyone else. So finding me was like the best thing that I could do this year. Yeah,
You cook.
change me.
Yeah, you cook. I don't even gotta ask that second question. You cook.
Ask it.
I
What
was
was it?
gonna. What was the last promise you made, and did you keep it?
Hmm. See, I make a lot of pinky promises. I'm a pinky promise girl like almost every day.
Are you a breaker though?
I'm not.
Ooh, okay.
I am not. I am like a pinky promise, kiss on it. If you break it, I will never trust you again. Type of like
Okay.
a pinky promise to me means the world. Actually, I made a pinky promise last night, and it was like it was a stupid thing. It was like going into like a party or whatever, and someone was like, "Did you tell them that like you were Greek, like in a sorority or fraternity?" And I was like, "No, I didn't. I just said like, oh, I'm with them." And then they were like, "You swear?" I was like, "Pinky promise."
Mm. Okay.
But and I didn't. I didn't break my pinky promise, and I obviously didn't lie about who I am because
Yeah.
I'm not affiliated with a Greek organization at the moment. But
Oh wait, is that a sorority?
mm-hmm.
Oh,
Yeah, so
I
that's
thought.
a pretty big thing here.
Oh, okay. People really take those things serious. I never
Very
understood that,
seriously.
but
It's an honor for them, you know. And like when people mock it or stuff like that, like it's like disrespectful to them because they actually went through the process of like
yeah,
being in that organization. So I understand it. Um, my sister and my mom are both in one. They're both in the same one actually. Um, so like they always are educating me. Like I can't
yeah. Hey,
can't do anything.
hey, man, you was just dropping gems on me, man. Hey, I'm rocking with it.
Yeah. Um, but yeah, it's actually pretty big. I think also just like the Black community college scene,
Hmm.
you know, being close to the HBCU, Winston-Salem State, Wake, being close to NCAT, like people who are in those sororities and fraternities, they genuinely like flock together because it makes their communities larger than the schools that they're actually
Makes sense.
at. Yeah,
Okay.
like Wake, we're pretty small in that perspective. So
Mm, nah, they care about your people over there.
at Wake,
Yeah,
they do
yeah,
care
they care
about us.
about y'all over there.
They
I
do care
went,
about us.
bro. I be over there hooping, and I just be like, man, this is really nice. Cause I be at WSSU sometimes, and I be
Mm-hmm.
like, all right. Then I come here, and I'm like, oh, all right. So it's like two different experiences, but
Really,
yeah.
I went to WSSU. I've only been twice on their campus, and I went like for a birthday party a few weeks ago. And I walk in, and a security guard stops me, and he's like, "Yeah," and he's like, "You need to sign in. You need to be out by 2 a.m. Give me your IDs." And I'm like,
Oh yeah.
"Whoa!" like, whoa. Then he takes like my Wake ID and my driver's license, and he puts it in this lockbox.
Oh dang.
I'm like,
Yeah, nah, bro. I'm gonna need that back.
I'm like,
Yeah,
"Can I have it back?" Like,
yeah, he's trimming.
yeah, and I was like out literally like 30 minutes later.
Yeah,
I was like,
understandable.
"Give me my
Nah,
stuff."
they do be tripping over there. I used to delivery job over there, bro, and that's a whole headache.
See, I that's actually something that I wanted to get into, but I can't do it now because I was here and at some point I drove over some construction zone and had four nails in my tires.
Oh yeah, you're
So I
cooked.
had to get new tires.
Dang, bro, I had to get two new tires, bro, and it
It's
was
so expensive.
so expensive, bro.
Like
I don't
that
even
is
want.
true. That money that I just signed off on, that was true pain.
Yeah,
Like
bro.
I was like, thank goodness for these influencing checks because if I didn't have them, I'd be so cooked.
Yeah, yeah,
I
you're
would
cooked.
be so cooked. Like
Nah, yeah,
I
it's
couldn't
bad.
do it. I couldn't do it.
But I want to
I'd be done
thank you
for.
for being my first guest on here. Definitely an honor, and being in the crib.
Yes.
That's with this
Welcome to
amazing
Mikasa.
scenery. So I just want to thank you for that.